subject headings today during this session. A little bit about me to start. I am the Digital Initiatives Librarian for the Latin American and Caribbean Collection at the University of Florida Libraries, which means I do a mix of digital things. Primarily, my focus is on digitizing collections and materials to provide them for open access when possible, as well as providing instruction and training on our digital collections, providing research assistance, and also helping to improve DLOC and our other digital collections. So I'm on DLOC every day, a good portion of my day. And so, yeah, and I use DLOC often and working to continue to contribute materials to DLOC. I previously worked, I've been in the youth libraries for some time now, and I was previously project coordinator for an NDNP project, a National Digital Newspaper Program. And so I've been working with digitizing newspapers for about 10 years now. And that's where my core interests lie at the moment. And so still working on that and trying to get newspapers from Florida, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Cuba, and others digitized through a variety of means. So that's a little bit about me and the work that I'm currently doing. The session for today is going to focus on really providing an overview of what we call internally PANA, or the Bilingual Metadata Working Group. So I'll give you an overview of what our group does, who we are, kind of what our mission is, provide you an overview of the workflow that we have to help us create Spanish language subject headings that we use then for implementing into our digital collections. I will also look at and provide you an overview of some of the resources that we're using. And then last, end on providing examples so that you can see how these subject headings are in play in DLOC as of right now. And then we'll have time for questions, and I'm hoping that you all will also contribute to the conversation and tell me a little bit about similar work that you're doing, if you are doing it, or if you have thoughts about how you can maybe implement this type of work where you are. So hopefully we'll learn from each other. So PANA started up officially in 2020, but prior to that, we actually had two kind of concurrent projects going. There was a Cuban American Dream timeline, which was a digital timeline project that includes materials from the UF libraries to provide a history of Cuban history and Cuban migration. And then at the same time, we had the NDNP project going on where we were digitizing newspapers from Puerto Rico. And the dates that I listed there are different, and that's because, tangible items happened during those different times. But the projects were almost running kind of concurrently, different groups within the libraries kind of doing similar work and having interest in providing content that's originally published in Spanish for the metadata and the information that we're providing in the bibliographic records, for that to also batch up be in Spanish. And so we had the Cuban American Dream timeline that my colleagues worked on, where they developed metadata for that project online, so it is bilingual. And then the NDNP project, we did a focus group that was based off of some research we had done previously about subject headings in Spanish, and kind of getting a lay of the land of who is doing this type of work and what did this type of work involve. And then did focus groups with scholars across campus and librarians across campus to assess what this could look like and what the implications of that would be. I link on here and we'll share slides and links later, but we do have, I worked with a couple of colleagues as well on a book chapter, which outlines our process for these things a little bit more, and again, highlights the importance of the work that we're doing. But as I mentioned before, the group officially began working together in 2020, the Bilingual Metadata Working Group. And we were spearheaded by Angie Soto, who used to be the UF Bilingual Metadata Specialist. That position is actually currently vacant at the moment. And I know there's a search going on, so hopefully we'll have that position filled soon. We also work with a liaison, Jalima, who's the metadata librarian for the libraries at UF. So she helps kind of coordinate things for us internally as well. And then I wanted to give a shout out to the original team. Our team has changed and has gotten smaller, but we are hoping that we can continue to grow it and that we'll be able to continue to do our work. So the working group, some of the things that we're doing is our primary focus really is developing Spanish language metadata. And so the reasons why, right, like what's the value, what's the point in us doing this type of work? And I've tried to boil it down to 3 simple bullet points on this slide. The first being representation. And we not only saw this in the literature that we reviewed, but also just live it as Hispanic, Spanish-speaking individuals, and knowing what it's like to be able to search through resources. So we wanted to make sure that the metadata and the bibliographic information for these items is in the original language of the material that it's published in. And so following up to that, we also wanted to make sure that the items are discoverable. So it's not just a matter of making the language match the original publication language, but also ensuring that it's there in the original language so that non-English speakers can easily access this material. And we started with Spanish primarily because the few of us in the group who are working on this are Spanish speakers, but also because we have an extensive collection of Spanish materials. And so Spanish is the language we chose. We have ideas for other languages down the road, but that's not something that we are doing at the time. So again, adding Spanish language metadata for the discoverability so that someone coming into DLOC, for example, and is searching for an item, if they're a Spanish speaker, they're most likely going to use Spanish, with that being their first language. So wanting to make sure that there's metadata in there so that the items can be easily discovered and used. And then we also wanted to make sure that we were standardizing the language that we're using, the terms that we're using. And this I know touches a little bit for those of you who attended Laura's DLOC training about the metadata. It's really important to have consistent language used across the platform, right? And the items that we're submitting. And so this standardization is going to help make sure that related items that are using similar terms are actually aggregated together. So for example, like instead of saying like commerce and now I'm blanking on the term, but the idea being that essentially instead of giving iterations for the same word, that we're selecting one word that can be used across the board to make sure that items are being linked and can be more easily found. So to give you an overview of the workflow, and I will say I will try not to go into it too much in the weeds because there's also certain parts that I am not the most familiar with. What we do is we have an English term list, for example, to start with, and that term list then goes through a review, a primary review. And this primary review is using existing resources that we found that use and have Spanish language terms in them. And the 3 that we used initially, or that we still use initially in our phase 1 review, are resources that we found to be the most extensive. And so we use these to do our initial review and see if we can find a Spanish language equivalent to the English term of interest in these resources. If we can find it, and it's the same across the board, then we don't worry about continuing on the process. We just start to implement the use of that one term. If, for example, the term is not the same across the board or is not found in any of the resources from phase 1, then we put it into phase 2 and we start our workflow process. And this process is split really into 2 different parts. The first is what we call term collecting. And in this term collecting phase, what we do is we review a more extensive list of resources. It's fairly long. I think we're at like about 20, if not more. And these resources, it can be a little time consuming, but when we were originally thinking through the development of this group and our mission and what we wanted to accomplish, we wanted to have as an extensive list of resources to review so that we can make this as comprehensive as possible. And so we have a nice long list, and all of this I'll show to you in a little bit. For term collecting, we review this long list of resources and collect all the terms we can possibly find that would match the English term. Some of the resources have what they denote as like a preferred versus a non-preferred term, and we collect those as well. Preferred is what we would end up using if things match across the board, but we do in our workflow and in our own internal system also have preferred and non-preferred terms. And what that essentially means is just picking the term that makes the most sense, that would in use provide the most items when you're doing a search. And so we kind of make those decisions along the way, but it's really in the second part, in the term selecting process, where the final decision is made on which term we're going to implement use for. And this is the part that I'm least familiar with. Our previous bilingual metadata specialist and our bilingual processing archivist are the ones that work on the term selecting process. And what that involves is essentially a tiered ranking system that was developed in-house to help us make those decisions of which final terms to start to use. And what we're doing with that then is once we have decisions of which term we're going to implement, we move it into the implementation phase where a preferred term is selected and then non-preferred terms remain still noted, so that ideally when someone comes in looking for that, it will route them to the preferred term. And they can go ahead and then start to find resources. Our big idea with the implementation piece is that we want to have an extensive and updated thesaurus that can be used by anyone or any institution, not just here at UF. And that's because we found that a lot of the resources that we have, especially the more official ones like LCSH, ES, are no longer maintained or are outdated. And some of them too require yearly subscriptions, which can be a little costly. So what we want to do is essentially take all of these, put them in one place, and make them openly available so that anyone who wants to then use it can. And I am happy to share that we do have a partner, the University of Texas, Austin, does have an extensive collection as well that they're working on. And so they've implemented this workflow and are using it. And it seems from the last we heard a couple months ago that things were working out really well for them. And so they're also collecting terms, and the idea being that we would put our lists together and see where the differences lie, and then start to build this more cohesive, comprehensive thesaurus that can be shared and used by others. And then the idea too with that is that this thesaurus, we'll be putting it into a machine aided indexing so that we can hopefully get a more automated method for the actual assigning of Spanish language authorities once we have a full authority list or subject heading list created and ready to be used. And so we do have a LibGuide, a site where we have laid out our workflow and our process, and it provides a lot more detail if you're interested in looking through those resources or having a better understanding of our workflow. I did want to point out a couple of things, though, is that the resources that we use are a mix of resources. We have some that you would consider more traditional, like scholarly, right? So someone is going in and doing the research and building this thesaurus that they're using, versus some non-traditional scholarly resources. We're using things like online dictionaries and like websites and things like that, like wiki pages and other resources, just to try to get more comprehensive understanding of what terms are being used. And we're trying to be stay cognizant of the idea that something might be referred to one way in an academic setting, but then in the public setting might be referred to slightly differently. So trying to keep the language differences in mind as well as we review our terms. And that's built into the ranking system that I mentioned earlier with the term selecting process. The same thing too, also built into the ranking system, is this idea too of where the resources are coming from. So early on, we had conversations about making sure that we were centering resources that were originally created in or by folks from the Caribbean and Latin America, and that those are highlighted over resources that were built in the US by English speakers, or like US Anglo-centered resources. And so the ranking system that was developed also takes into account where the resources are coming from. And this was done partially too because of where our materials that we're digitizing are coming from. A lot of our collection strengths are in the Caribbean. And so we try to highlight resources and really push on focusing those versus a Spanish, like a resource from Spain, for example, or a resource from the US that might refer to certain groups or themes or topics a little bit differently than someone would from the Caribbean. So we try to keep those things in mind. And again, those are explained a little bit more in depth in our LibGuide. And then I did want to take some time just to look and provide you some examples. So you can see here, a lot of the examples I mentioned are newspapers, and that's just because those are near and dear to my heart. And those are ones that I helped the bilingual metadata specialists. We worked together early on to develop the Spanish language terms for those. But then we also have other examples, so like other periodicals or serials, magazines and journals, and then archival materials. And these are just a few. There's over 9,000 items in DLOC, if not more, that already have Spanish language metadata included. And so I have an example here to show you on the screen. When you look at an item, and we'll do an example, I'll actually do a live demo in a second. When you look at the description tab for an item in DLOC, you get a list of the subjects or keywords that are used, and those are the subject headings. And so what we're doing is, you can see in this example that you have shown a couple of the words in English that were applied to this particular item, but then you get in the chunk, really, you see in the middle the Spanish language terms that were applied to this particular item. And so I wanted to take a second to show you, and I'll have to reshare my screen, I believe. Let me see. Screen, here we go. Do you all see the web?
Yes.
Thank you. Awesome. So this is an example. This is a Boletín Mercantil de Puerto Rico. It's a newspaper that we digitize as part of the NDMP program with our partners at the University of Puerto Rico. And so here's the subject list, as I mentioned, and the subject terms applied to every item differ, right? This one has a fairly extensive subject list. We don't have like a magic number per se. We just try to assign what we feel would be sufficient to describe the content of the material. And so you can see that there's several here in Spanish. And if I click on one, we'll click on siglo XIX, so 19th century, and you see that it tells me that there's 9,000 items, over 9,000 items that are using this specific subject heading. And then I get the list and I can look through the list. But I wanted to point out again, like to refer back to this idea of the why we're applying these and how these work in terms of finding the content, but then also to allude back to the idea of the standardization, why the standardization is important. So we're using that. So, and this would be a good example, right? Like we were using siglo XIX written out in Roman numerals as opposed to Arabic numbers. If we were to do that, it would completely change the, we would potentially get different results. And so we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we're picking one term and that we're being consistent with how we're applying it across the board. So clicking on titles, you can see I can get a list of all the different titles that are using it. And you can see that we have a mix of things, like we have some newspapers, we have some archival materials. If I wanted to, I could not necessarily search by title, but I can do type and see the same thing. Most of the items that are using siglo XIX are newspapers. You can also see that we have some biographies, we have dictionaries, we have items that are also tagged with the word history. You can also see the collections, so you get a better sense of what collections are using the terms as well. And then you can, click on one and get a completely different result list. Because we're just further filtering our results. So that's just one. If I go back and not click, let's go back here. If I click on another term, let's do colonización. So see, then I'm getting a whole different, and this doesn't necessarily mean that they're unique, right? Like some of the terms are being applied or items are have multiple items. Multiple items have multiple subject headings applied. Apologies. So it's not necessarily unique, and you can see that there are, for example, items with colonization also have things like 19th century applied and whatnot. So this is just an example of the work that we're doing, and you can see the subject keywords. This one has a lot less subjects applied. And then just to show you the LibGuide, again, this does provide you the overview of the working group. You have, there's access to our documentation and our workflow. As I mentioned before, this does a better job of really getting into the weeds of the details for our workflow. But you can also see the list of the resources that we consult. And it's extensive. It continues to grow. Actually, we've added a few. And some of these, like for example, the LCSH that I mentioned before is actually like a conglomerate. It's got multiple in available. It's not just one item. That particular resource did the kind of work that we're doing now, but about 15, 20 years ago, and was trying to combine different terms used in different places in one place. And that one is free and it is open, and all you have to do is sign up for an account to use it. But again, it's outdated and no one's maintaining it, versus others like RMark, which is still being maintained from Colombia requires an account. You would need to pay for a yearly subscription to be able to use that resource. So really what we're trying to do is trying to make this open access and share the work that we're doing. We've also been trying really hard to document our process and document our decisions, which is why we have an extensive workflow and extensive documentation for our selection process, so that once we do make this large thesaurus available, there is documentation as to like why we chose a certain term over another, and so that those decisions are clear to whoever is using this, hopefully 10 plus years down the road. So yeah, I will go back to the slides. That's really all I had for today. It was really more of a providing an overview of the of what we're doing with this working group, and really hoping to have a discussion with you all today to learn a little bit about whether or not this type of work interests you, or if you're already doing this type of work and how you're doing it. And so, yeah, I don't know if there's any questions. If not, then I'm hoping we can have a discussion.
Yeah, thank you